I never imagined it would be this difficult. We were so close, but now there's this distance. I keep wondering if I could have done something differently. Maybe it's not too late.
Emotional manipulation rarely looks obvious, at least not in the beginning. In fact, it often starts in ways that feel completely normal. A small comment here, a subtle guilt trip there. Nothing dramatic, nothing that clearly screams something is wrong. But over time, something begins to change. You start questioning your own reactions. You start wondering if maybe you're the one overreacting. And slowly, without realizing it, the relationship begins to revolve around their emotions, their expectations, and their version of the truth. Emotional manipulation is one of the most confusing dynamics a person can experience in a relationship. Because unlike obvious abuse, it often hides behind apologies, affection, and moments of apparent vulnerability. Today, we're going to explore some of the most common signs of emotional manipulation and how these patterns slowly affect a person's confidence, decisions, and emotional well-being. But first, let's start with a story. The story. Daniel thought he had found someone special. When he first met Lisa, everything felt effortless. She was attentive, affectionate, and deeply interested in his life. She asked thoughtful questions. She remembered small details. She made Daniel feel understood in ways he hadn't experienced before. In the beginning, their connection felt almost perfect. But slowly, subtle moments began to appear. Moments that Daniel couldn't quite explain. The first time it happened, it seemed small. One evening, Daniel told Lisa he was planning to spend time with a close friend he hadn't seen in months. Lisa paused. Her tone softened, and she said quietly, "I just thought you'd want to spend more time with me, but it's okay." Daniel immediately felt uncomfortable. He hadn't done anything wrong, but somehow he suddenly felt guilty. So he canceled his plans and stayed with her instead. At the time, it felt like a simple compromise, but it was the beginning of something much deeper. Sign 1. They make you feel guilty for normal things. One of the most common manipulation tactics is guilt. A manipulative partner may make you feel selfish for doing things that are completely reasonable, like spending time with friends, setting boundaries, or simply prioritizing your own needs occasionally. Instead of openly expressing their feelings, they may frame the situation in a way that subtly pressures you. Statements like, "I guess I just care more about this relationship than you do," or, "If you really loved me, you wouldn't do that." These comments are designed to make you feel responsible for their emotions. Over time, this can cause someone to constantly adjust their behavior just to avoid making their partner upset. Sign 2. They twist situations to make you the problem. As Daniel's relationship continued, he started noticing another pattern. Whenever they argued, the conversation always seemed to change direction. If Daniel tried to explain something that hurt him, Lisa would respond by bringing up something he had done wrong in the past. Suddenly, the conversation wasn't about the issue anymore. It became about his mistakes instead. Manipulative partners often redirect blame to avoid accountability. This tactic can leave someone feeling confused and frustrated, because no matter what the original problem was, the discussion somehow ends with you apologizing. Sign 3. They play the victim. Another powerful manipulation strategy is playing the victim. Whenever conflict arises, the manipulative partner may portray themselves as the one who has been hurt the most. They might say things like, "I can't believe you would think that about me," or, "After everything I've done for you." This shifts the emotional focus away from the real issue and places it on comforting them instead. Over time, this pattern trains the other partner to suppress their concerns, because expressing those concerns always seems to lead to guilt. Sign 4. They slowly isolate you. Daniel eventually noticed something else. He was spending less time with his friends, less time with family, and more time trying to keep Lisa happy. At first, the changes were subtle. Lisa would question why certain friends mattered so much, or suggest that those people didn't truly support their relationship. Gradually, Daniel began to pull away from the people who once made up his support system. Isolation is a common tactic in emotionally manipulative relationships, because the less outside perspective someone has, the harder it becomes to recognize unhealthy patterns. Sign 5. They make you question your reality. Perhaps the most damaging form of emotional manipulation is when someone begins to distort reality itself. If Daniel remembered a conversation differently, Lisa would insist he misunderstood. If he pointed out a hurtful comment, she would say he was imagining things. Over time, Daniel began to doubt his own memory, his own interpretation of events, and even his own emotions. When someone repeatedly challenges your perception of reality, it can create deep confusion and self-doubt. This is one of the most powerful ways emotional manipulation takes hold. The realization. One evening, after another long argument, Daniel sat alone in his car. The silence felt heavy. He thought about how different things felt now compared to the beginning. Back then, the relationship had felt exciting and hopeful. Now it felt exhausting. And for the first time, Daniel asked himself a question he had avoided for months. Why do I always feel like the one who is wrong? That moment of reflection was the beginning of his clarity. Because sometimes the first step in recognizing manipulation is simply noticing how consistently the relationship makes you feel. Healthy relationships may include disagreements, but they should never make someone feel constantly guilty, confused, or emotionally drained. Final thoughts. Emotional manipulation is often subtle. It rarely begins with obvious control. Instead, it appears slowly, through patterns that gradually shift the balance of power in a relationship. Recognizing these signs is not about blaming anyone. It's about protecting emotional well-being and understanding what healthy love truly looks like. Healthy relationships are built on respect, honesty, accountability, and emotional safety. In those relationships, both partners are able to express their feelings without fear of guilt, blame, or manipulation. Because real love does not require someone to lose their sense of self. Have you ever noticed emotional manipulation in a relationship? What signs stood out to you? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your experience might help someone else recognize a pattern they hadn't seen before. And if you enjoy thoughtful conversations about love, marriage, and emotional health, subscribe to Relationship and Marriage 247 for more videos that explore the psychology of relationships and help people build stronger, healthier connections.